Good morning. Today we'll be talking about heart matters, love, and cardiovascular health, because this Friday is Valentine's Day, which is a very important day for many people. Thank you, Dr. Adefila, Vicky, and Mrs. Amarachi for coming on the program to talk to us about what matters about the heart. If I may just start with Dr. Adefila. Dr. Adefila, you are the medical doctor here. So can you tell us why the heart is important, a few medical things about the heart? So we can understand what our heart is and what our cardiovascular health is about.
Thank you for having me. Dr. Adefila, from Cardiocare, multi-specialty hospital here in Abuja. The heart, we should look at it. There is a difference. I would like to say there's a difference between the metaphorical heart, meaning the seat of emotion, as against our biological heart, where that physical organ inside the chest. In the past, we say that the heart itself is where the emotion is, until science came and said, no, the heart is that organ is sitting inside the chest, responsible for pumping blood around the body, uh, maintaining life, keeping us alive. Once it stops, everything stops. But of course, we know there is a connection between the metaphorical heart, which is the seat of emotion, and that's probably in the brain, with this organ here. If the brain, your emotion is whacked or upside down or wayward, then of course the heart is also sick. So as a biological organ, it's responsible for pumping blood around the heart, the body, and all that. It's also influenced by the quote unquote now metaphorical heart, where the state of emotion is, which is in the brain. So that's basically what it does. I hope that's.
Oh, thank you so much. And yes, so that's very useful. So if I can go to the ladies, let's talk about relationships and how relationships work on the heart and how relationships actually contribute to our overall well-being. Vicky or Amarachi?
Okay, thank you, Dr. Pamela. I'm so glad to be here this morning. All right, so yeah, relationships, a loving relationship. I don't want to just say regular relationships. A relationship filled with love can positively affect one's emotional well-being. Imagine having a partner that cuddles you at night, that gives you hugs, kisses, just pampers you, showers you with love, loving words of affirmations. That can foster your emotional health. When you know that you have someone that you can talk to, that you can verbalize your worries and fears without being judged, right? It can foster your emotional health. When you have someone that you can do fun things with, you can travel with, go out with, watch movies together, pray together, go on dates together. When you have someone like that, it helps your emotional health. So relationships are sweet, and if you're in a good one, trust me, your heart will be at peace. Thank you.
Okay, very interesting you should say that. Because we had a question that came up, and our question was about palpitations. And if I can go back to Dr. Adefila with that one, because they talked about palpitations. When you are in love, sometimes the person walks into your room and your heart starts beating fast as a reaction to that person's presence. The question is that a good thing or a bad thing? Valentine's Day is coming and people's hearts are already racing. Tell us about it.
Okay, that's a funny one. The truth is, when you see someone you love, you have deep affection for, even when you have not spoken any words. As I said earlier, I was talking about the metaphorical art versus the biologic art. The brain senses that hormones are released, oxytocin is shoot up, the dopamine levels are high, your hormones start working on your heart, and you get this, tightness. Yeah, it's more of a refreshing type of palpitation, not the one you're afraid of. It's different from when you are stressed. For a weak heart, when your heart is really begging for help, that's a different thing. The palpitation here has a feel-good effect to it. It's not your regular palpitation. We're not saying people cannot have the opposite of that feel-good effect, and that can affect the heart. we're saying that it's different from when you have a diseased heart or an abnormal heart rhythm or a very weak heart or a heart attack. No, this is more of, just get
It's more
this
more
transient,
positive. Okay.
more positive, right? Transient chest tightness, you start skipping your words a bit. You don't know what else to say. The face is just start getting facial blushing and all that.
When you start sweating on your palms.
Yeah, all those. So it's more of a positive one. So if you have, occasional bim 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 on your chest, when you are seeing someone you love or you have deep affection for,
It's not a problem. They don't have to come to the
no
hospital
problem.
to see you.
Nothing to
Okay.
be scared of.
Okay, nothing to be scared of. That's encouraging. That's very, very encouraging. So if we go on to the thoughts about Valentine. I don't know who wants to tell me about Valentine, how Valentine came about, and why is Valentine such a big deal in Nigeria today?
Okay, so right, Valentine is a very big deal in Nigeria today because of the society, how the society has positioned it. However, it's a day that was it's a day to basically celebrate Saint Valentine and just to show love to people, to your family, to your friend, not just to your partners. But in the society, we've now based it to people who are in love, right? We've now based it to just think that it's only shown among people who are in love. And this has caused so many issues in our society today. Many people are in a hurry to get into a relationship because it is getting closer to Valentine's Day. Everybody wants to receive gifts, if I don't get a gift, now my friends are going to laugh at me. Everybody's going to make me feel like, oh, you don't have a man. Some people are in talking stages and they are beginning to ask questions like, you've not asked me to be about. Just like a few hours ago before we upped on this call, right? I saw a particular meme where a lady was asking, "Oh, babe, how far now? You've not asked me to be your vow yet." And the guy was like, "Which vow? We are not to each other. We are just passing time." And then she was like, "Jesus." Like, this heartbreak is too much. So a lot of factors are actually contributing to this whole Valentine thing. No pressure to be in a relationship. Social media has glorified love and relationship, making even singles feel left out, and it's not actually right because Valentine's Day is a day to be celebrated by everyone. In fact, it has even put financial pressure on people, not just people who are in a relationship, but people who are married. Some husbands that are even thinking of what to get their wives. Oh my God, Valentine's Day is coming. My wife is never going to cook for me because it's Valentine's Day, right? So yeah, that's basically what I have to say on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, that's what you said, Vicky, about the pressure, right? So my birthday was just a few days ago, and Valentine's Day is on Friday. So my husband has been asking me, so I'm going to get you a birthday gift. I'm also going to get you Valentine's. I said, yes, sir. There's pressure, you get it. you know. But I mean, it's a good thing to just be in love and express love. It's actually a good thing. Yeah.
Yes, it is. It is. It definitely is. And I think, it doesn't have to be much. I think sometimes the problem is that people think, oh, I must spend a lot of money on a gift. You could just go and find a cupcake and
Yeah.
bring it and give to someone. I mean, at the end of the day, if a person cares about you, it's not the cost of the gift that counts.
Mhm.
It's actually just the thought that counts. The fact that I've thought about you and I care about you and I want to be with you. So I think that's really a nice thing to look at, and I think that we can look at the Valentine's Day in a positive way because of the positive things that it brings. Dr. Adefila, any more thoughts on that aspect of things?
No, what I would say is even beyond Valentine Day or not, as people will say, people need psychosocial, emotional love. They have to be need people to. In our field, cardiovascular medicine, for example, it's recognized that emotional stressors, lack of psychosocial support, and all that influence occurrence of diseases, generally including disease of the heart, influence when people, if and when people will develop them, and how they will respond to treatment, and how they cope with adverse health challenges and all that. So beyond the Valentine Day, people need to show love to one another. They need to be supportive. They need to be there for one another and all that. So I think beyond just the next week, we have a long way to go actually.
Yes, I think, I mean, just a couple of days to Valentine's Day, but I think I agree with you. We need to show love and not just to one person. One of the things that came out in a study that came out recently, or not too long ago, showed that loneliness is a major cause of death. And I mean, luckily in our parts of the world, that's not as common because we tend to be more sociable. But more and more people are living more isolated lives. And I don't know what you think about that.
Yes, it's a major risk nowadays. Let me give you an example. I remember I saw a young man recently. I was more like, after he has a cardiovascular risk factor, he lives alone, walks away far away from his family, goes to work every day, back. So he has developed some high cholesterol. I said, do this, do that. See the dietitian, he has all that. When he just came back there, I said, oh, doctor, I don't even say I'm going to cope with this because I just eat whatever is given to me at work, and I get home. I don't know I'm going to comply with your dietary plan. So it's kind of difficult for singles, especially with the lack of social support, especially in developed cities and municipal areas where people just go 9 to 5. They don't have people to talk with, discuss with, and all that. So that's why I said earlier that so psychosocial support is huge. And we are going to the extreme of loneliness too. Remember, in this age, young people are being subjected to all that now. They just go 9 to 5, morning, evenings. They have few days on weekends to interact with their society, unlike the way our own parents grew up and all that. So, in fact, some may not know their neighbor, except when they take walks in the morning, and that's not even common for most people. So, I think we are moving towards that very bad part. I wish we start working towards all this and improving our overall livelihood, reducing
I
our
think we need to work on that. Thank you very much. Wow, Valentine's Day is a big one, particularly for men, Dr. Adefila. There's a lot of pressure on men, not just pressure to perform financially in terms of gifts, but sometimes, in fact, a lot of times, particularly in our society, to perform physically as well. The issues of intimacy and that requirement and the pressures. What are your thoughts on that, and how can men deal with it?
Yes, issue of intimacy is very important. It's important for both the man and the woman. If intimacy is not intimacy is not sorted out, there will be real problems in relationship between couples, and all that. So it has to be addressed. Even if people have genuine reasons beyond things like finance, psychosocial stressors, and all that to really not perform as they should in terms of intimacy, they should address them. That's the truth. What we usually promote is a healthy lifestyle, including reducing your stress, exercise. Exercise is huge. Diet is important. Of course, overall good health helps. For exercise, it has a lot of reasons why it helps. Somebody that exercises regularly, the person is able to tolerate effort better. Because let's say a man is having a sexual intercourse with his wife, for example, it requires some effort. It's not somebody that's gone in 9 to 5, just tired and stressed. So if somebody has been engaging in physical activity, exercising regularly, they are able to tolerate better because the cardiac output, that's the amount of blood the heart can pump, is better. their blood vessels are more open and dilated, their arteries are more down and relaxed. The hormones in their body like oxytocin that can promote calmness and all that is all these help. Of course, for the non-cardiologists, especially behavioral scientists or the sexual health experts, we talk about issue of the foreplay, the closeness you have with your spouse and all that. All these help. So, but I'm just telling you how big the issue of intimacy can be, and beyond saying promote healthy lifestyle and all that, that is also very important.
So it's very interesting because what I'm hearing from you is really the link. Because a lot of times we talk on this program a lot about a lot of medical conditions, but here you are giving a very positive spin, is what I would call it, on why you need to have a healthy life.
Yes, very important. A healthy life is very important in all aspects of our life. This age, we need to eat better, not eat well now. We need to eat better. You need to have the right choice of foods, in the right choice of combination, the right choice of what, of regularity and all that. You need to sleep better. You need to sleep adequately and restful in a restful manner. We need to make better life choices. By that I mean you have to avoid substance, you have to cut down on psychosocial stress, could be workplace, could be a lot of things. It could be anger issues. If you need help with your anxiety or depression, you have to address that. You need to move your joints. You need to exercise. Nowadays, we do. I know estates here in Abuja, people come out, they have their neighbors put on shoes in the morning, so they join. Even my hospital here, we do our our monthly health walk every last Saturday of the month. That a lot of people here in Abuja join. So we just all need to be active. So we need to move from your sedentary 9 to 5 lifestyle and all that. All this helps.
I think it all absolutely helps. And Friday is a day of a lot of expectation. Amarachi.
Yes, Dr. Pamela. I was going to add to what Dr. Adefila was saying as regards intimacy and what men need to do. So I just want to share my own view as a relationship coach, and how women think, right? Women love intimacy, that's the truth. So beyond the physical health, being fit and active, if you want to satisfy your wife beyond the sex, there needs to be foreplay. Now, foreplay doesn't necessarily mean kissing, hugging. That's important. But from throughout the day, how are you prepping her? How are you telling her sweet things? Women want to hear sweet things. Women are moved by what they hear. So let her know that you love her. Let her know that you see her. Let her know that she's the most beautiful person. When you do that, she's getting ready for you. She's getting ready to accept you and, to just get involved and intimate with you. You can just buy her a gift, buy her flowers, just be romantic. Don't just go and just say you want to just do it, Prep her, be a sweet man. And that way you'll score points and you'll be able to, do things when the time comes. Thank you. Just wanted to say that.
Thank you very much. I think it's all very useful as this Valentine's Day approaches. Vicky, do you have anything to add?
Yes, I would just like to say that in most cases whereby men do not know what to do, it's important that you have an open conversation with your partner. There's nothing wrong in asking, oh, what would you like for Valentine's Day? Would you like a dinner date, or would you like a gift? What's that gift that has been on your list since that you want me to get for you? So there's nothing wrong with having a conversation with your partner. So I believe that many people are always shying away from asking, like, oh, there's a lot of expectations. They believe that, oh, their women should think that they should know what to get for them. So there's nothing wrong with asking.
Okay. Now on the negative side, which we don't like to look at as Valentine's Day comes, but as many people are happy and meeting up with their partners, there are many people that are being disappointed and they're not getting, any love from anyone. Even though, as we're saying, it doesn't have to be love from a partner alone. You can go and give love to your family. You can go and give love to others if you know that no love is coming. But sometimes you're expecting something and you get disappointed. So what is this issue? How do we talk about a broken heart? So from a relationship perspective, what is it? And then Dr. Adefila, from a medical perspective, what is a broken heart? But should we start with you first, Amarachi?
Okay. Hi, Dr. Pamela. When we say someone's heart has been broken, we mean that the person has faced disappointment, betrayal, or hurt from a loved one, right? And when that happens, you say, "Oh, this person has a broken heart." Maybe they break up with you and say, "Oh, I'm no longer interested in the relationship with you. I don't get married to you anymore." That can lead to heartbreak, and it can be very painful. Apart from the medical aspect, which Dr. Adefila will talk about, it causes a
It
lot of
can even
stress.
be as simple as you are sitting there today on Friday, in 2 days' time, and you're expecting somebody to come and take you out. And you wait and wait and wait, and everybody around you is going out. Maybe you're in university and you're the only one left in the dorm.
Yeah, true. Like nobody shows up, nobody gets you a gift on Valentine's Day, nobody sends you a text to even say, "Oh, I appreciate you." Like you said, it's not just necessarily love, but you might just feel lonely, sense of loneliness that day. But I just want to encourage everybody out there that Valentine's Day is just a day. It's going to come and go. So don't feel pressured to do things that you would regret. Don't feel pressured when nobody shows you love and care. The Bible says that you should love your neighbor as you love yourself. So first of all, it begins with self-love. How do you love yourself? Do you value yourself? Because I feel that if you're having a lot of self-love, even if you don't get what you were expecting, you will not be so disappointed because you were not, expecting love from an outside source, right? So love yourself, be happy with yourself, do one thing. You can actually take yourself out that day. You can get yourself a gift. Appreciate the beauty that you are, you know, and all that. It will help a great deal. So I'll just let Dr. Adefila go on.
Yes, thank you. We only have a couple of minutes, so if you can also use this opportunity to wrap it up and give a few last words for our listeners, Dr. Adefila.
Thank you very much. I think I will just pick it up from where Amarachi stopped. Thank you. The heart is affected by lack of love. People can be disappointed. People can go depressed. They can go anxious. With such things like depression, anxiety can come with bad life choices like substance use and all that. And in the extreme, one of the most common thing that is commonly amen that is known with a broken heart is broken heart syndrome. We call it Takotsubo cardiomyopathy, which is a heart muscle disease in which actual emotion, maybe it could be negative emotion most times, but very rarely can be positive emotion. Extreme emotion maybe be a relationship between a man and a woman, a promise of love that failed and all that, and the person goes bad, and the heart fails. The heart muscle actually changes in its structure, and it becomes weak. Most people, after you have addressed issues and all that, and you are able to treat that with weak hearts acutely, they get better. But a good percentage can progress to having cardiac arrest, arrhythmias, heart failure, and all that. So just to tell you how big emotional issues are, how connected your state of mind, your metaphorical heart, as I said, where your state of emotion is, with your biologic heart is. So in all, I will advise that we live well. We beyond Valentine Day, which is a day in a year. We show love throughout the year. We need to be close. We need to be less socially isolated as a young population. We need to interact more. We need to open out more, talk to people, show love to others, be socially available.
Yeah.
Yes, kindness and all. We also need to take care of ourselves, actually.
Yes.
We need to live better. We need to live better choice, cut down on stress in the ways we can, sleep better. We need to move our limbs, make better
as much
choices in
as we
what
can. As much as we can.
As much as we can.
Thank you.
I agree with you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Adefila, Vicky, and Amarachi for coming on the program. And I wish you all a happy Valentine's Day. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe for new video updates.